The only reason why it looks like your manifestation, your dream reality is not coming into the physical realm is because of your emotional attachments. Your emotional attachment is not yet aligned with who you want to be, with the life that you want to live. Your feelings is what is stopping all the work that you have been doing. You have been showing up physically, putting in action, in changing who you are to who you want to be. Mentally, you have been putting in the work. You have been working towards changing your belief system. You've been catching all the patterns, the loops, the circle that you keep going in. You've cut that particular circle and you're creating a new life for yourself mentally. So you've been doing this consistently for a very long time. But it looks like the more you work towards becoming what you want, the more you work towards creating the reality that you want, the more it looks like the reality is very, very far. The more it looks like you're going into the opposite direction of exactly what you want. It is because your emotional attachment, your feelings has not caught up with the person that you want to be or the person that you have already become mentally. Let me explain. I will show you guys an illustration of what I mean. Or listen, I talked about how in changing your life, if you want to change your life, you have to work on your mental framework. And once you want to work on your mental framework, then you work on the emotional attachment that you have with the old person that you were. You have to work with that. You see that particular emotional attachment, you have to work with it and change the ones that does not align with who you want to be. So imagine I had a belief system where the example I gave on my last video talking about the devil. Imagine you had an emotional attachment towards that particular word, devil. So if you had a belief system, an old belief system that believed that the devil was an outside entity that is trying to stop you, that is trying to change the life that God has destined for you. And now you have this new belief that the devil is not an entity outside of yourself, but the devil is a state of consciousness that you can operate in. So you can either operate in the state of consciousness of God, which you have the power to, or you can operate in a conscious state, which is the devil, the lower state. Now you have that particular belief system. Now you no longer believe that the devil is outside but inside. So you're no longer scared of that particular word, devil. That is your mental framework, that is your understanding. Now, do you emotionally agree with that particular new belief? Do you emotionally agree with that particular new belief? Do you still experience some events and then you blame it on the devil? Emotionally, not mentally now. Mentally, something happened, let's say something happened physically, and everybody's like, it's the devil, everybody around you is like, it's the devil, because almost everybody around you is still operating on that consciousness state where they believe that the devil is an outside entity. So everybody around you say, yes, it's the devil. And you know that the devil is not an outside entity anymore because of your new belief. But then your feelings, your emotion, does it still get scared and have this doubt that it might be the devil? Do you still feel get this chill? You have to observe that particular emotional state to change it. Because for you to actually create a new reality, a new experience different from what you have been experiencing, your emotions, that is where the work is. Your emotion is what is going to bring it into the physical reality. Your emotional attachment or conviction, which is what you agree with emotionally, that is where the main work is. That is where, see, this is what is stopping what you want into coming into the physical reality. Your mental framework is not where the real work is. There is work there, of course, because changing your thought patterns, changing your belief system, it takes time to, it takes consistent catching of these beliefs, like consistently observing your own thoughts, consistently paying attention to what goes on in your mind. And a lot do goes on in your mind, a lot. See, the older you are, the more you have going on in your mind, the more you have, the more patterns that you have been engaging in without even knowing, subconsciously, and the more that loop, the more the circle is deep. So for you to even pay attention to those patterns and catch it takes time. Now for you to now, after catching those patterns, those loops, those belief systems, and realizing that this does not align with who I want to be, for you to now, rewire or reprogram your mental framework to have a new belief system, and then joining, like concurring with your feelings, like your feeling going with the new belief system. That is where the real work is. Your emotional conviction, your feelings, your nervous system. These things are the things that will bring this new reality into the physical realm. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. I want to do an illustration so you understand what I mean. I have been saying this for the longest time about these three things: your mental framework, your energy emotion, which is your emotion, and then your physical action. Now your physical action, once these two is aligned, your physical reality is the simplest. There is no, see, it doesn't take anything. Where the real work is changing your mental framework and changing your emotional conviction. Okay, so to explain everything that I've been trying to say, let's do this with an illustration. So this is this is a drawing of an old you. So for your physical reality to be manifested, or for it to happen, your mind and your emotions come together to create your physical reality. And your mindset, which is your mental framework, right, is your software. This is your toolbox, and you get to build your mental framework, your mindset, with experiences. Okay, the more experience you have, the more you build your mental framework, the more you build your mindset. So it's like a software. In programming, they have the hardware and the software. The software is the ones that you cannot see, is the part of the system that you cannot see, while the hardware is the part of the system that you can see, which is the body, right? So that is what your mental framework is. Your mental framework is your software. Everything that has been programmed into your software is how your software will respond when you're trying to create something, when you're trying to operate the system. The system is being operated based on the software. Whatever capability that the software have, that is how the system will create whatever it is that you want to create, or give the result that it wants, right? So yeah, this is your software. The information that you have, this, like I said, is a tool, and information that you have and the ones that you have accumulated over time, that is your mental framework. How you organize this particular information, how you allow it influence your thinking, your thought pattern. Because if you have a system that has a particular software, like your system has a particular software, maybe it's, let's say, an old version software, and it has this old programming. Now whatever that particular system can be able to do will not go beyond or above what the software has, like the operating software. It cannot go above unless it has been updated, and updating a software is adding more information, right? For you to update a software is for you to reprogram it, either more information or more coding is added towards into it, and then it is upgraded. So that is your mental framework. Your mental framework is accumulated again over time through experiences, through the informations that you have, what else can I even use to explain this? But anyways, this is how you filter, and this is how you interpret events. The information you have is like an awareness. For you to be able to understand something that is happening is based on the awareness that you have, it's based on the information that you have. That is how you can be able to interpret an event, right? Based on the information that you have. That is how you can be able to understand an event and interpret it. It's through your mental framework. This is how you think. I actually wrote all these things down so that it will be easier for me to explain this. While I didn't want to be writing them down while I'm making the video, it will be confusing. So this mindset is what you need to reprogram. Now, if the old you have a mindset that is limited because it has refused to update itself, like you have refused to gather more information, learn, expand, if you have a limited mindset, everything that you experience in this life is going to be limited. Now, let me tell you something about having a limited mindset. The difference between, let me use 2 continents. The difference between Africans right now, present Africans, and Asians, right? The difference between Asians and Africans is how they have been programmed through their mental framework. I'm actually going outside what I want to talk about, but this is going to give you a full understanding of where I'm heading to. Now, Africans are religious, right? They are more religious. They are like, they believe in supernatural beings outside of themselves. They spend more time in their religious practice, and their educational system is teaching them how to be physically, like how to be a workforce. Like, when I mean workforce, the way they program Africans, they spend their time more not understanding how unlimited they are, because they have put their power in a supernatural being, right, outside of themselves. And this supernatural being is what is creating their reality for them. This supernatural being is what is making what happens in their life happen. And this is who they are. Now, Asians don't have that particular belief system. They are spiritual. If you check, they are more spiritual beings. And if you know what spirituality means, it means that, if you know what spirituality means, if you're somebody that is spiritual, you will know that spirituality means having a personal relationship with God, which means you know that you are God. And you knowing that you are God, you means that you know that you are unlimited. So Africans are limited by this putting their power in a supernatural being. Asians are unlimited, and that is why they are resourceful, because they know that they are God, and they equipped themselves by learning from a very young age. They condition themselves to be resourceful. They condition their mind to be resourceful based on being unlimited. Now, when you condition your mind to be unlimited, you can go to any part of the world and survive, because whenever you look at anything around you, you can be able to create whatever it is that you want to create out of nothing, because you have this mindset. Your power is not in any supernatural being outside. Spirituality means that you are God, right? So this is not giving your power outside, it is giving your power inside. So the difference between these two is that I don't even need to talk too much. Look at Africans right now. Look at Africa as a continent, and look at Asia as a continent, and you would understand where I'm heading to. Unlimited mindsets, limited mindsets, and this is their mental framework. Now let's keep that aside. So this is an old you. An old you have the mindset of have a limited mindset, and this covers almost everything. Lack of confidence, lack of love, lack of a lot of things. That is limited. That is your mindset. Now, your energy in motion
your emotion, which is your energy in motion, is your bodily responses, okay, the feelings that you have accumulated over time, your emotional attachment and your emotional convictions. When I say emotional attachment and emotional convictions, these are the things that you have accumulated through feelings, through let's just say your nervous system. These are the emotions that are stuck in your body. Your energy, and energy is how you create your physical reality. Everything you do is from energy. Now, from growing up, events that has happened in your life, the informations that you have gathered, they create an emotion in your body, and some of this emotion gets stuck. The more you experience while growing up, the more you have emotions being stuck in your body. You have emotions being stuck in your body. You have emotions being stuck in your body, especially around this part of your body. So you have emotions being stuck. Now, all these emotions that you accumulate over time, all these energy emotions that get stuck in your body, would always create your reality by creating a loop, coming back and creating an event, coming back and creating an event in your physical reality, coming back and creating an event in your physical reality. All these emotions, these are the things that you have emotionally been attached to. It is now in you. These are your triggers. These are your, not just triggers, trauma. These are the emotions that are stuck in you. They are in your body. If you pay attention, certain events create a particular feeling. Certain events create a particular reaction. Your body, even subconsciously, you don't know that this is what is happening. Consciously, if you pay attention, you might figure it out. But these emotions are stuck. And for the fact that these emotions are stuck in your body, they will keep coming back and keep creating your reality again and again and again and again and again until you change them, until you transform them, which you can. So these are the energy in motions, and it is actually accumulated over time. It is accumulated over time. And let me give you an example of an energy that can be stuck. Now let's connect these two together. So you have a mindset of lack, right? You believe that probably because you grew up in a poor home and you have experienced what poverty is, and now you're trying to leave poverty, but because of you have the particular mindset of lack, growing up in a poor home where you're not able to afford some certain things, it gets stuck in your body. It gets stuck. It's an information that is in your head now, right? It's subconsciously, it is in your mental framework, and it has created a feeling. Once an information is in your mind, or let's say your mindset, once you have that particular emotion here, it has created a feeling, whether you like it or not. There is a feeling, there's an attachment towards that particular mindset. So you have this mindset of lack. That particular mindset, that feeling is here in your body. So because of it is here in your body, right? Whenever you are at a certain point in your life, and probably you are getting to the end of the month and your money is finished, and there's something you want to buy but you cannot afford it. Once you just realize, oh, I don't have money to buy this, it creates that particular, there's a feeling, there's an attachment of, oh, I'm running out of money. And once that feeling is triggered, it confirms, it comes like this. It triggers this, trigger this, trigger this. Are you seeing the connection? The mindset of lack triggers an emotion which has been stuck in your body, and that particular emotion triggers your physical reality. And your physical reality will now give the results, will now, of course, create the result of what it has been, because you have not changed it. This is an old you. So once this is triggered, it comes back again to confirm this particular information, that's your mental framework, that there is lack. And that lack comes again, this, and this creates this, and that is how you keep going. This is the circle. So this will complete your physical reality that you have created from lack. We confirm that yes, there is lack in the world. It will go as an information, and that information will trigger that feeling. That feeling will come trigger and this is how you keep going. So for you to be able to create your reality and make it come into the physical realm. All you have to do is, if you have done the mental work, which I have done, and I am in the process of working on my emotional convictions and attachment. I am trying to dig them out. I am trying to expose them, bring them to the light, so I can change and shift the ones I want to shift. Now, once you've changed the mindset, now the new you now, your mindset, the new you has the mindset of unlimited abundance, right? So you know now that you exist from abundance, and this word is a word of abundance. There is no lack. Once you have this mental framework, all you have to do is create an emotion, or you can change, if you can be able to catch this one and change this particular one, change this lack to abundance. It takes time, like I'm saying. That is why your physical reality has not catch up to your mindset. So you have done the work. Like most people say, I've been doing the work. My mindset is changed. I've changed my mindset, but still nothing. It is because of this one has not changed. So now that your mindset is unlimited, there's abundance in this world. All you have to do is now pay attention to this and continuously change any feelings of lack, any energy, emotion of lack. It doesn't happen like this. It takes time. So you need to be catching, because there are so many things that you have accumulated over time growing up. So once you're able to change, you've changed the mindset, and you change the emotion, the energy, emotion, right? What will happen? Your physical reality will obey. There is nothing it can do. It has no other thing to do but than to obey. Your physical reality obeys. So you've done this work. This is the main work. This is the main work. I can't tell you how many times that I have worked on myself, telling my that is my mental framework. I have done that. I know that now I lack nothing. I don't lack confidence. I do not lack anything. I do not. But sometimes when I'm faced with some events, like maybe I'm in a group of people and we're having a conversation and I'm trying to talk about something now, because I know I don't lack confidence and I am talking, something might happen. Somebody might ask me a question that will trigger something in me, and if I'm not able to pay attention to it, observe it before I react, I will create an old reality. But if I'm able to pay attention to what that person is saying, and even though they're trying to trigger me, because they're not even doing it on purpose, everybody has attachments to what they have attachments to. So probably they don't even have attachment to what they are saying. But because I have attachment to what they are saying, maybe as I'm talking and I'm saying, let's say I'm talking about beauty, and I'm saying, to be beautiful you have to do this, you have to do that, and somebody is like, okay, I have a question for you. You keep saying to be beautiful you need to do this and you need to do that, but looking at you have acne, because of my emotional attachment, because I have acne, and how for the longest time I fought with acne. I've been trying to clear it up my face, and that has been causing lack of confidence in me. Now because of that person has said that thing, like maybe they're just saying it trying to understand why I have not worked on my acne, or just to get something. But because I have emotional attachment towards the acne and what acne has done to my life, based on making me feel insecure for the longest time, if I choose to allow that particular word, that particular information, or that particular question bring back that old feeling where I felt like with acne on my face, I am less valued, I am less loved, I am less beautiful. If I allow it will create this physical reality where I bring back my lack of confidence. But if I now realize that, this is just a question, somebody is trying to understand why I am saying if you are beautiful you have to take care of yourself, you have to eat right, but I have acne, and the person is like, why do you still have acne if you are eating right and do this? Why do you still have this on your face? Now if I decide to observe the feeling and then change it by realizing that acne does not make me less beautiful, having acne on my face or having any disfiguration on my body does not make me less beautiful. You know, what makes me beautiful is the person I am based on the soul that I have, you know, the mind that I have, you know, the way I see the world. What makes me beautiful are other things rather than how I look physically, because how you look physically is just, this is just a vessel. The body physically, okay, the outside body physically is just a vessel. The main us is in the conscious mind, which is our mindset and our emotion. The main us is in our soul, not the vessel. So if I realize that, not that I realize, now I know that having this acne does not make me less beautiful. And because I know this, if I now, like, the person asks that question, I don't get triggered. I'm like, yeah, that's a very nice question. Now, this is how you should look at life. This is how I see life now. Having acne on my face doesn't make me less beautiful. It actually makes me more of a person that, you know, experiences has molded, you know, I come from a place of love, you know, because now I love myself based on nothing physically or nothing on my body is stopping me from seeing myself beautiful. And I speak from that place. That emotion of acne makes you less valued will change automatically to acne does not change who you are. Acne does not devalue you, you know. And then to create a reality, a new reality where I am now who I say I am, a confident lady, a beautiful lady, you know, confident lady, a beautiful lady, you know. And the next time I am experiencing something else is a beautiful reality that is being created by my new mindset and my energy emotion. And the physical reality that will come into manifestation is the one that I want, which is a physical reality where with everything that I am, with my new programming, this is what I want to experience, and that is what I'm going to experience. I want to experience a world where, you know, probably I'm in the limelight, I'm in the spotlight, and people love me, and people do this and this, you know, people are worshiping me, you know, whatever it is I want to experience, or I want to be in a private, I want to like live in a private life, and I want to live a private life where I'm very much wealthy, you know. It will create, my physical reality will respond to the new mindset, because I already know that I am unlimited. I already emotionally have an attachment to this, and now this has no other option but to obey. I hope this makes sense. I hope this all makes sense. I just wanted to explain this. Today is my birthday, and I just thought about this, and I'm like, most people don't know that this is what is stopping their physical reality from creating creating what they want, that particular life that they want to experience. Most people don't know that what is stopping it from coming to pass is their emotion, their energy emotion, no longer just the mindset, but the energy in motion. So I just wanted to say that. And also, happy birthday to me. This is 33, and I know that this is like the beginning of wonderful things happening in my life, because I no longer associate myself with my old self, because I'm constantly growing. I associate myself with the new mindset, which is constantly updating based on informations and new awareness that I'm having. I'm constantly updating, and because I'm constantly updating, I am becoming unlimited. Like, I'm already unlimited, but now I am knowing it and I am feeling it. Okay, so yeah, happy birthday to me once more. Hope this video is of help to somebody. Bye.